universe that we live in is just a projection of the divine and an insane thought that never actually happened. And therefore, it's actually a program that is operated on these by these numbers. It gets really interesting. I tell you, the more you study this stuff, the weirder and weirder it gets. But the main reason I brought this up is just to show that quantum physics gives us a very simple explanation how we can cross over from 3D space to 3D time. The double slit experiment is that example, and it's as simple as that.
Very beautifully said, Mr. Hellinger. And the answer that I normally give people when okay, I'll ask them, do you believe in other life forms out there, possibly intelligent life out there in the universe? And most people nowadays, they will actually say yes, you know. So then what I will say, okay, if you believe that, okay, what if they are 1 million years ahead of us in technology? That's what I normally say. And then that's what makes it possible for them to be able to travel here. And we can't even think of it. It mind boggles us to even think about us traveling there, because we are still learning. We are still babies. We're still in the adolescent phase, you know. Yeah. That's normally what the answer I get.
As a species, we are coming out of the cradle. We're looking out of the cradle at the sky as a species, and there's a mass awakening happening, a huge, massive global awakening happening right now. As we move into 2012, remember that 2012 is where we cross over the galactic plane, the galactic center, and which is rich, very, very rich in this creative light source that emanates from the galactic center. And it seems now that galaxies do not have black holes in the center. In fact, it's the opposite. They actually have white holes, which is a primordial creative source, this creative light force that just is unstoppable creation as it moves and through all the galaxies, through all the solar systems in that particular galaxy. It just creates life. Everything it touches, it turns to life. That seems to be the latest scientific indicators, and we're about to go through that galactic center, which I mentioned much earlier, is stimulating our DNA to reprogram itself rapidly and activate a lot of genes that were previously inactive, which enable our pineal gland to become more active and give us more extrasensory ability. So we're waking up very quickly as a species, and it's exciting times.
It is, and I totally agree about that. That we're awakening. But the thing is that people still criticize your research and thousands of other authors' researches out there, and I don't see people are awakening to the possibilities of like modern day conspiracies and life form out and other life out there in the universe, but they're still not grasping this kind of knowledge that you and other researchers bring to the floor. But I wish
that's okay. That's okay, Michael. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But like 2012, do you think there is anything to fear about that, though?
Not at all. Look, there may be some geophysical activity that happens, and it's quite probable. How severe it will be, I don't know. Quite frankly, personally, I don't care if I live or die, because death is a human concept. You don't die. This physical body dies. Your soul continues. Your soul just carries on. Your knowledge that you have it's not in your body or in your brain. The knowledge you have actually comes to you from the universal cosmos, the divine matrix. It comes to us from there. I mean, even Max Planck said that. The father of quantum physics said that we're all tapped into this invisible, unmeasurable matrix, the divine matrix, in which all our knowledge and our memory and all that resides in there. It's not in our brains. So I believe that 2012, we may be in for a shift in vibrational frequency, and like a frequency separation. And it's actually quite beautifully put in the book of Revelations, where it says the believers will be separated from the non-believers. Unfortunately, the reborn Christians and the misguided Christians, as with all due respect, get it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
I think that it's definitely that's what it's going to be. But I think it's the people that have really understood the Christ-conscious message, and they understand the true divine message, and that we're all equal, we're all one, we're all part of the divine creator. We are not separate. It's one of the biggest lies we've ever been told, is that we are all individuals, we're all separate. We're not. We're actually all one. And unity is the only constant in the divine infinite universe. And the Bible says that there will be two men in the field and suddenly one will be gone. Now, that is a very definite description, in my opinion, of a frequency separation, where some of us will just operate on a different frequency, like a television is tuned onto one channel. You have no idea that the other channels exist. Your reality is in this one channel that you're watching. And that's I think, was probably what is going to happen here.
I totally agree. And we have about 3 minutes left, and I'm going to try to put it not quite off questions, but it's still in part of your research. Do you believe that NASA has a secret space program?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. That's where most of the money goes. The stuff we see on TV is just the PR. That's just the lights and mirrors show. That's the deception. That's not the real space program. We know that. I know that from my research, and there's absolutely no doubt about that. The Black Ops projects that are going on with the money of the American people especially are being abused and absolutely ripped off beyond their wildest dreams. All their money goes into black operations, Black Ops, secret government projects that the American people know absolutely nothing about. But they're waking up to it. I mean, the whole world. I'm waking up to it here. My research shows me that that's what's going on.
Yes, sir. And, well, we have a little less than 2 minutes left, and I just wanted to thank you for coming on the show, Michael, and I hope, the rest of your research and the new book that you said is going to be coming out sometime soon, I hope it's all a success, and I hope it starts awakening people, because people need to start wakening up to this new, it's not new research, but it's new to a lot of people out there, and people need to get this message and need to start learning that there's a lot more to humankind than we were taught in schools and modern academia. And I just want to thank you for coming on the show, sir.
It's a great pleasure, and I wish you the best with your radio show, and I hope it grows from strength to strength, and just keep spreading the knowledge and the information, keep researching, keep exploring, and I think we're in for some really interesting times ahead, but just keep your eye on this new thing that I call contributionism, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time and energy on sharing that with the people. I believe it's crucial that we give the people of the world who this planet belongs to, that we give the people of the world a positive message of hope, that there is an alternative, that there is a solution that has a really exciting end, because the current political climate and the capitalistic system has no happy ending where it's going on now.
All right, we're running out of time, and you can find Michael Tellinger's work at slavespecies.com, and you can also find his book at Amazon. Just all you got to do is YouTube or just search his book, and it's called Slave Species of God. And thank you for tuning in.
I am the architect. I created the matrix. I've been waiting for you.
What do all men with power want? More power.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
Be on your guard.